41.
Hi Henry,
Josh,
Pete,
Ollie,
PepsiMax in hand,
make this Bromitment
to protect our friendship,
in the face of 900 online friends.
to ignore a texting girlfriend who always needs to know where I am,
To fight against the ridiculousness of mum.
to jump if you jump. I bromit to be there for our road trip. Poker night,
Concert.
even if smoking hot her asks me for cupcakes, I'll say, sorry babe. I made a bromitment.
A Bromitment. That's my first look at the new campaign from PepsiMax. Vaughn Davis from tgf.co.nz and social media and aeroplanes.
Good morning.
Bringing back the
Bro.
whole, bro thing again, this whole man thing.
The man troll, the man yogurt, and
Yeah.
now the bromitment. Yeah. The bromance and the bromitment. New work from PepsiMax. Interesting in a couple of ways. Firstly, for how cheaply the TVC seems to have been made. Looks like it was shot in the corner of a warehouse in Te Atatū.
And also that it's a local ad. I mean, Pepsi you normally associate with some perhaps American ads or something.
Yeah, that's right. This is out of Colenso, just around the corner. I think they've squeezed in the TV on the back of the digital component, which is the larger thing. And it's a promotion that if you make a bromitment to your mates, you could win a trip to, I think it's the running of the bulls and a couple of other things. So
Right.
a Route 66 road trip, all those standard sort of teenage, male trip fantasies.
What's the call to action?
There's a text. There's an app that you download that we can make bromitments to your mates. Basically, it's.
Will it take off?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I bromit to you that we'll have a look at it in a week or so.
Okay.
And see if it's any good.
All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Oh, good, you're here. I'm glad you made it so quickly. Listen, we got a high-profile murder on our hands. There was a party going on. Some furry little guy named Rico from Air New Zealand. Well, someone done him in. We got 6 suspects, but they're all keeping their lips sealed. I'm gonna need your help on this one.
And boy, they've been getting a lot of free promo out of this one, including on this show right now. But they're killing off Rico.
Yeah, we are parties of the free promoing. Yeah, they're killing him off after must be at least a year of Rico.
Yeah. Love him or hate him.
Love him or hate him. And interesting. The backstory to this is that the Air New Zealand advertising account is reportedly up for pitch. So the poor agency that created Rico, which is one of the participants in the pitch, is either I don't know if it's their idea or Air New Zealand's. I suspect Air New Zealand's is having to kill off their own campaign publicly while defending the account. But to their credit, they've done a really good job of it. The overwhelming feedback I've seen online is love or hate Rico.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of loves this campaign, which is pretty cool.
Even though this campaign was never meant for New Zealanders, right? It's not a local campaign.
Yeah, Rico itself, in that, there's a lot of overseas celebrities featured in all the content, which is pretty clever. And
the ads don't play here on TV.
Well, I don't know. Are they broadcast ads? I think it's just YouTube. It's just YouTube content. Yeah. So, I mean, the idea was to get American eyeballs in particular, getting them to know about the Sky Couch and I think the premium economy seats, so that they're more likely to book in New Zealand when they come down here. But putting American celebrities in the ads in the clips was probably the best thing they ever did, because it gets you YouTube eyeballs. No one's going to search for Air New Zealand premium economy, but lots of people are going to search for Snoop Dogg or the Hoff or those those Playboy twins, whoever they were. So pretty clever. And the way this works, it's a Cluedo-based game. So was it Colonel Mustard in the drawing room with the lead pipe, or Paul Henry in the spa pool with the dagger? So a bit of fun. And if win or lose from the agency, they'll go out in a high.
Okay, onto social media, and we talked about this a few months ago.
Back in September, when we were cool, we were the early adapters, weren't we?
That's right. Facebook bringing out timelines, so changing the whole profile page for an individual on Facebook, and New Zealanders are the first to get it.
Yeah, New Zealanders are the first. So firstly, the profile itself, rather than just have your homepage being a sort of a bit of a hodgepodge of who you are and what you've done and where you've been, this pretties it up and sort of makes it into a vertical scrapbook, I guess, of things that you've done, you've posted, or people have tagged you in. Way back to when you started on Facebook, and actually way earlier. You can tag content like, here's a photo of me when I was born, pre-Facebook, and you can put that into your timeline.
It kind of forces, well, not forces, but it incentivizes people to give Facebook even more information.
Oh, it does, you cynic. No, it's in order that they can provide a richer online experience for you.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty neat. The interesting thing is that New Zealand is the test market, and there's two ways of looking at that. And the main, the headline story that everyone's running with is, aren't we lucky? We're a test market, and we're getting it because we're a small market that speaks English and has similar digital habits to the States. The dissenting opinion, which I was reading online, is if we really hate it, it's easier to just can it in New Zealand than it is to can it for all of America. So. They don't care about our feelings.
I don't hate it. I think
like it.
It's quite pleasing on the eye.
It's nice on the eye,
and it is easy to see a whole bunch of information. But will it make people stalk other people more by going,
it allows you to it just maybe causes you to rethink when you friend someone and give them permission to see into your world. It maybe causes you to rethink how much you're putting on there. So you run into a complete stranger on the street and they say, "Hey, how's that dog of yours?"
That you had back in 2007.
Yeah, you know about my long dead dog.
Because that's the point. Because up until now, you go to the bottom of a profile page, it would load. You get another page, load another page, and that would take you forever to go back in time to say to 2007. Now you can go, boom! I want to go and see what this person was doing August 2007. Away you go.
Yeah.
Easy as.
So it's interesting.
But there are some pretty cool things you can do with the top of the page as well. With the, what are they calling it? The headline. The
I don't know, what are they calling that? The big sort of billboard image across the top of your page, which you haven't.
The cover image.
The cover image, yeah. So like it's treating it as like a journal, an album. So that's your cover image. So yes, there's been some fairly creative uses of that so far. Yeah. I've just stuck a big picture of my airplane up there. Yeah, which is pretty creative. I quite like it.
Yeah, if you're not into the whole thing, but you feel like you need to be on Facebook, just make it about something else, and rather than yourself.
That's right.
Because a lot of people have to be on Facebook if they're administering pages for businesses or things.
Yeah. So they need to be a user themselves.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the other question is, will this cause people to spend more time on their own homepage rather than just in the newsfeed?
Yeah.
And I'll be interested to see where people actually spend their time.
Maybe
it'll change that.
On to aeroplanes.
It's aeroplane crash season. We said this a few weeks ago. Yeah, spring brings with it not just hay fever, but small aeroplanes falling from the sky, and no one was hurt, so it's funny. Last night at New Plymouth, I think the lead story was a huge aircraft crash at New Plymouth. 6 fire engines racing to the scene, and it turns out it's just some poor student in I think it's a Cessna 152.
Yeah.
Just nosed in on landing, and the controller was quoted as saying it was a bit of a crosswind. There's always a crosswind at New Plymouth. You never get to look straight down the runway when you're landing at New Plymouth. You're either looking at the ocean or looking at the control tower.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, but I'm not saying this is how it happened, but nosewheel collapses quite often come about from people running out of runway, wanting to get the aeroplane on the ground and pushing forward, as in the accompanying clip.
So currently watching a Cessna.
No, it's a Piper Warrior.
Trying to land, and for somebody trying to get the nose down, but then just bouncing up and down off the runway.
Pushing the nose down is the worst thing you could ever do, really. Sometimes airplanes do bounce, and if the airplanes do bounce, you just sort of hold the attitude, wait for it to settle, or if it really bounces, just take off and go again. Pushing the nose wheel down, the nose wheel's just not made for it. It's light.
Yeah,
and tends to
collapse. Will eventually collapse.
It did collapse in that case. Yeah.
Okay. Well, more ads, social media, and aeroplanes, and you can see this as a video once more up at tgf.co.nz, also kiwifm.co.nz. Vaughn Davis on Twitter as well. Thanks very much, Vaughn.